At 600 kilometers above Earth, the temperatures range from a scorching plus 258 degrees to a freezing minus 148 degrees Fahrenheit. In the vacuum of space, there is no air to transmit sound, no atmospheric pressure, and no oxygen. Life in space is entirely unsustainable. Dr. Ryan Stone, a medical engineer, is on her inaugural space mission aboard the Space Shuttle Explorer, as part of STS-157. Alongside her is seasoned astronaut Matt Kowalski, who is leading his final space mission. Together, they are performing a spacewalk to repair the Hubble Space Telescope. The day proceeds normally with lighthearted banter between Stone, Kowalski, and Mission Control while they work. Stone's task involves fixing the Hubble's malfunctioning communications component. Kowalski, meanwhile, tests a new jetpack designed for greater range and duration. With only 30% of its battery used after 5 hours, Kowalski's spacewalk shows promise. Other members of the crew include flight engineer Sharif Dasari and the captain. Stone soon finds that the problem with the Hubble's communication is resolved, but she must now check the telescope's main communications panel, adding an unscheduled hour to the mission. Houston's Mission Control then informs the team of a Russian missile strike on a defunct satellite, causing a cascade of space debris to rapidly orbit the Earth at speeds of 50,000 miles per hour. The crew is immediately ordered to abort their mission. Shortly after, all communications with Mission Control are severed as the debris knocks out many satellites. However, the astronauts continue transmitting, hoping the ground team can still hear them. The debris field collides with the shuttle, severing Stone from it and leaving her spinning uncontrollably in space. For a few terrifying moments, Stone is utterly alone, disoriented, and struggling to determine her position. Kowalski, using his jetpack, manages to retrieve Stone, who is down to just 8% oxygen. They head back to the shuttle, but soon realize it is heavily damaged, leaving it beyond repair and the rest of the crew deceased. With no choice, Kowalski uses his thruster pack to guide them toward the International Space Station, 1,450 meters away. He calculates they have 90 minutes before the debris makes another orbit and threatens them again. As they make their way to the ISS, Kowalski and Stone talk about her life back on Earth, her work as a doctor, and the tragic loss of her young daughter. As they approach the severely damaged ISS, Stone's oxygen supply runs out. The ISS crew is already evacuated using one of the Soyuz capsules, but the second Soyuz has deployed its parachute prematurely, making it unusable for re-entry. Kowalski suggests using this Soyuz to reach the Chinese space station Tiangong, located about 100 kilometers away, and board a Shenzhou capsule to safely return to Earth. They reach the ISS, but Stone gets tangled in the Soyuz's parachute cords. While she clings to Kowalski's suit, he detaches himself from the tether to prevent both of them from drifting away, ensuring Stone's survival. As Kowalski floats off, he encourages her to focus on making it to Tiangong and warns her not to come after him. Running out of oxygen, Stone manages to enter the ISS, but communication with both Kowalski and Earth remains lost. She now realizes she is the sole survivor of the mission. A fire aboard the ISS forces her to quickly board the Soyuz and undock from the station. However, the parachute lines of the Soyuz become entangled, preventing it from fully separating. Stone spacewalks to free the parachute lines just as the debris completes another orbit, destroying the ISS. She aligns the Soyuz with Tiangong but discovers the craft has no fuel left. After briefly communicating with a fisherman in Greenland, Stone resigns herself to her fate. She shuts off the oxygen supply, intending to die peacefully. Just before losing consciousness, she has a vision of Kowalski entering the Soyuz and encouraging her to use the landing rockets to propel the capsule toward Tiangong. Realizing this is a hallucination, Stone regains her will to live. She restores the oxygen and uses the landing rockets to move toward the Chinese station. Unable to dock the Soyuz with Tiangong, Stone ejects herself from the capsule and uses a fire extinguisher as a makeshift propulsion device. Tiangong, knocked off its orbit by debris, begins to fall toward Earth. Stone enters the Shenzhou capsule just as Tiangong disintegrates upon re-entering the atmosphere. She undocks from the station in time, and the capsule re-enters Earth's atmosphere. Despite sustaining damage during the descent, the Shenzhou capsule survives re-entry and splashes down in a lake. As Houston confirms over the radio that they have tracked her location and rescue teams are en route, water floods the capsule, trapping Stone inside. She manages to swim out after the capsule sinks and, despite the heavy spacesuit weighing her down, sheds it and swims to the surface. Reaching the shore, Stone takes a moment to gather herself before standing up triumphantly and walking away, grateful to have survived.